Hello everybody, I am Nate, here with your notorious news update today, here with the weird but wonderful news from recently. Okay then, first, a giant breathing Dachshund sculpture has become famous for how strange yet cool it is. The massive 13-metre long Dachshund or sausage dog sculpture gently inhales and exhales like it's breathing and alive, a very special feature. The hyper-realistic sculpture is located and displayed in Seoul in South Korea. It uses animatronic elements and mechanics to appear like it's breathing as it rises up and down. Well, the sculpture is much larger than an average person standing next to it, which has truly impressed visitors. Next, and did you know that dogs can ride school buses? Well, usually they can't, but one business in Canada owns a school bus just for dogs. Owner of the business, Emma Godley, said, "Who doesn't love dogs on a bus?" Well, she isn't wrong, is she? Since then, lots of dog school buses have begun appearing in Canada and other places, with the idea going viral. The purpose of the dog buses are to transport people's pets to and from adventure walks. Also, most dogs are well behaved on the buses, sitting in designated seats and facing the front like humans. Some of the new dog transport businesses also hold occasional puppy days for younger riders with tiny pups sitting patiently in their bus seats.
Lola, Remy.
Happy Golden Day!
Come on, boys and girls. Wes is leaving. Let's go. Come on.
Next, a pet ostrich recently escaped from its enclosure in Thailand and ran along a major motorway as traffic passed by. The 5 to 6 month old male ostrich darted onto the motorway, running for about 15 kilometres along the road. The ostrich had escaped when the enclosure gate was left open. The bird was caught by helpers and the ostrich was safely returned with no injuries. Well, ostriches are the fastest birds on land, sprinting up to around 43 miles per hour, which explains how the ostrich was able to make a speedy getaway. Moving on, and every winter in Finland, reindeer racing takes place, where people watch trained reindeers sprint across snow and ice. Hundreds of fans recently braved the freezing sub-zero temperatures to watch racing reindeer compete. The animals were released on a snowy track and galloped ahead of their handlers, who glide along on skis attached to them. As well as locals, crowds visited from other countries, for example, Italy, Norway, Germany and France. Reindeer racing has a long history in Lapland. Watching the reindeer accelerate across the snow is strange, but also surprisingly entertaining and fun to watch. Okay then, next, and a wolf recently triggered a city search in South Korea after reports of it escaping from a zoo in the country. The animal escaped from its enclosure and an emergency search is now underway involving police, firefighters, drones and the military as authorities try to locate it. The wolf could be very dangerous to residents in the city, especially if approached. This means that a school had to close for safety reasons. Well, the wolf, which is a 2-year-old male weighing about 30 kilograms, was spotted wandering near roads and around the park. It escaped the zoo by digging its way out of its enclosure and running away. Well, residents have been told to stay alert and more than 300 responders are on the hunt for the lone wolf, which is still on the loose. Okay, next, and recently, tens of thousands of people gathered in Washington to take a look and take part in the Blossom Kite Festival, part of the National Cherry Blossom Festival. Thousands of colourful kites filled the skies, watched on by people on the ground. There were professional demonstrator kites, giant character ones, and normal public kites flown by families and visitors. Now, there were also frog kites, octopus kites, whales and teddy bear kites flown, as well as stunt kites performing tricks. There were competitions for the best kites flown, with the winners being bright, unique, creative and able to actually fly, as some kites can be pretty flightless when designs get more fancy. Okay, and on that note, and that's all from me for now, thank you very much for joining me on the show today. You can head over to the website and the WhatsApp channel for lots more. All you have to do is click the links in the description in the About section of the Notorious News channel. Make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the channel icon above so that you never miss out on the latest content, and make sure to also watch another one of our videos by clicking above as well, and I'll see you next time for lots more. See you then, bye.